So now that this is completely dried, our next set of design of petals is this one right here. And all we're going to do to this is we're going to thin it out by rolling it, cut it out again. I know this is a lot of hard work, but you'll be really impressed with how the end flower turns out to be. So once you've got it a little bit bigger, then all you're doing is just cutting it out once again. And then just rolling it out a little bit more. And our next 2 rows are going to be with this petal, with this design. So once I've veined this one, I'm just going to leave it aside for a short while before putting it into my apple tray, exactly how we've done earlier. But because it's really thin, and if I put it inside the apple tray now in a cup shape, it's not going to hold itself up. So I'm just going to leave it to settle for a short while and then put it in the apple tray. And altogether we're going to add 10 petals, 5 on one row and 5 on the next row. And again on a join, but this time I'm going to start adding them at the same height and slightly more open. And once you've added the petals, you can just snip off the bottom bit and then just glue that down. And then overlap. If you can fit them on, it's absolutely fine, and just fit them on, but if you can't and they're a little bit bigger, then just cut the little bits off at the bottom. Just stick that down. And then you'll then have something like this. And I'm just gonna bend them even more. And I'm just gonna hang it upside down, just so the petals have a chance to stick down properly. And then once this is completely dry, I'll add the next 5. So once you've added this row, you should have something that looks like this. Now we're going to add our final row, for which we're going to be using this sort of a design petal, which is this one. And all we're going to do is, once we've rolled it out and made it a little bit bigger, we're then going to cut out, with the tip of the petal, we're just going to cut out a little V and then just continue rolling it even wider, making it a little bit big. And this time you want the petal to be more wide than long, and especially from the top half. So once you've done that, put it into a vein as normal and then into the apple tray. And you want to do that for all 7 of the petals. Just like that. And then on a join of the previous row, we're just going to first position it where it needs to go, and then just slit it in the middle, and we're going to do that for all of them. So once you've got it cut, bring it down a little bit and put it on a join, and then that way you'll be able to put the petal on both sides of the wire so it's not going over the wire. So bring it down a little bit below the previous row and on a join. So make sure it's really secure, and then overlap it as much as you want. So I will do half, just so it looks more fluffy, and then secure that. Won't overlap that bit as much because once you come to the end you'll need to pull that one back. All the petals are on, you'll notice that they might be a little bit flimsy, so I'm just going to hang it upside down just until they're able to hold themselves upright, and then I'm going to go ahead and open them and set them how I want them to be. But this is what the finished flower looks like. So guys, this is our finished flower, but we're not done with it yet. We are going to dust it. So I'm just going to pop it upside down as it's completely dried now, and I've just got some lime green over here which I'm going to be using. A bit of apple green. You don't need too much of this, so just a tiny bit of each colour, and then some pink, and with these colours, especially the pink, we're just going to be using a medium shade brush, and we're just going to shade and the tips of some of the petals, not all of them. So just applying little bits of colour at the end, just like that. Now I don't want to go too dark, but just enough so it's there and you can see it. Once we've dusted the tips with the pink, that's what it should look like. And I've just done little streaks of pink, not on every single petal, but just on some of the petals and on the tips where you can see them. And for the backs, we are going to add some more just here on the bits where you can see, but we're also going to add some of that apple green. Oops, bit too much there, guys. Use the same shader brush and just colour in exactly the same way, just in little bits, blending the colour. You don't want it too sharp, you want it really blended in. And you don't want to do this green on all the petals, but just the outside ones here. And if you need to, you can always change your brush, get it all coloured, and then get rid of the excess and really blend it in that way as well. So guys, once you've added the green, the light green colour, this is how it'll look. And you'll notice I've not done it on all the petals, I've just done it on a few. And now we're just going to go ahead and add some of that dark green, just to add that little bit of extra touch. And we're just going to lightly add it to the bottom of where you finished with the other green, and just mix it in without going too dark. So with this you'll have some darker shades and some light. What I've done as well is I've just slightly gone over with the same lime green for the tips, and we're just going to cover the tips really lightly, lighter than the bottom petals, just so it has that little bit of greenery showing in the petals as well, like a real flower would. And you definitely don't want to add too much colour on the tips. So guys, the final reveal of the flowers. Just look at the gorgeous colours on them. They're so bright and really lovely looking. And now I'm just going to pick the one up I did on video just to show you a close-up. Sorry guys, my camera is just playing up at the moment, it's not giving me a clear shot. There we have it. So just look at that. The dusting really gives life to these flowers. So guys, on this beautiful note, this video has come to an end. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial guys. If you have, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that bell icon and turn on all notifications so you never miss any of my weekly uploads. Until next time, where I'll be back with a brand new one. Bye guys.